You guys, I'm getting so excited because I love these products so much. This is gonna be definitely a good makeup day. Oh, I love it. Hola, mi gente, it's Mariluz here. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to show you how to complete a full face of makeup using my Holy Grail products, you guys. These products are like, oh, I love each and one of them. I stand behind them. I just love them. I would recommend it to everyone and anyone who asks me. No joke. Every time I wear these products, I feel like I have the perfect makeup day. I feel confident. I feel like everything is going to work. Nothing is going to ruin my day. You know. So now before I get into the video, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. I post every Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern time, and lately I've been doing live streams on Monday nights to hang out with you guys. We talk about makeup and life and free topics, and we just hang out. We also talk about kitchen appliances and everything in between. So if you guys want to hang out with me on Mondays, don't forget to hit the bell notification so that way you know every time I start the live. Now let's get into this video. So first I'm going to start with primer, and my Holy Grail primer is the Smashbox Photo Finish one. I really enjoy this primer because it's a silicone based and it helps me with texture on my skin, with the duration of my foundation. Like, it lasts so much longer. It makes my skin feel so smooth. I remember one morning John was gonna kiss me goodbye and I was putting this on my face. So he went like, just give me a kiss, but he puckered up. He really didn't want to touch my face at all. And I'm like, come on, Jay, it's not foundation, it's just it's just primer. And he's like, I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh. So I told him, listen, it just makes my face so smooth and so nice, just touch it. So I asked him to touch my face after the primer. He's like, ooh, I like that. You know, it was a really smooth feeling. I don't know, I thought that was funny. Boys will be boys, right? My next Holy Grail product is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I love this foundation so much, so badly. I can't stop talking about it. I can't stop using it. I can't stop buying it. I use it in the shade 3W2 Cashew, and the reason I love it so much is because it keeps my oils at bay for a long period of time. I have really long shifts, and sometimes after work I'm doing something else, so something that will last me the whole entire day and won't slip away from the face or like transfer over. It's really important for me. Now lately I've been applying it with a beauty blender because my face, it's getting better with acne, so I don't have too many acne breakouts or acne scars, and a beauty blender just works. It just makes it look more natural and not too heavy. But if I were to have like a lot of breakouts or a lot of acne scarring, I would totally use a brush. But I love the finish of this foundation. I love the coverage. I love the long lasting power. I love the shade range. I mean, it is my Holy Grail foundation, so I just completely love it. I love everything about it. Okay, so now for concealer, my Holy Grail concealer, and yes, you guessed it, is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I can just not stop talking about this. So I'm so sorry if I'm being annoying, but it's just so good. I like to use it in the shade Light Medium Sand. I go between this shade and the light neutral shade, but I feel like this one matches more my skin tone. Is like one shade. Light neutral is like 2 shades lighter. This one is like 1 shade lighter, so it actually helps me out with not being like too light on my under eye. I've noticed sometimes as I grow older, the lighter I go on my under eye, the older I look, so I try to avoid that. What I do like about this concealer is that it's not heavy. It covers my under eyes like very well. A little of this goes a long way, and it lasts me. It doesn't crease. Once I set it, that's it. I don't have to worry about it. My next product is this brow pencil. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. I use this all the time, you guys. I don't use anything else for my brows but this. Now the spoolie of this Brow Wiz is like big enough and it helps me distribute the product so well. I just enjoy that. And then the shade Ebony is just like perfect for my eyebrow color. They just look more natural. It doesn't look like I filled them in, you know. I get compliments at work for my makeup, but the most thing that compliment is my eyebrows. Like, they will say, I love your makeup, but oh my god, your brows. Are those your natural brows? Do you fill them in? What do you do? Do you wax them? Do you do this? And I'm like, no, actually, I just, I just fill them in with this brow wish. And I have recommended a couple people to just buy the brow wish because my Ulta is like right down the corner. So I'm like, I got this on Ulta. Just go ahead. I'm going to write it down for you. And just ask any girl to get you the brow wish from Anastasia Beverly Hills and she'll be fine. And they're like, oh my gosh, thank you. So yes, the brow wish is my holy grail. So now I'm going to prime my lids. I do love the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, but I haven't bought it in a while. That's like my holy grail primer besides using a concealer. But because I don't have it, I'm just going ahead and prime my eyes with the concealer. Now my next holy grail product is the RCMA No Color Powder. You guys knew this was coming. I love this powder. It's super light, it's inexpensive, it doesn't leave my face cakey or heavy, it doesn't change the color of my foundation or my concealer. It's great for setting, for baking, for everything, you guys, and I just love it. I've used many compact powders, like setting powders, and I always kind of try to move on quickly because I didn't love it. I heard about this powder because of Kathleen Lights, and as soon as I went ahead and bought it, I just fell in love, and after that I didn't need anything else. So yeah. Okay, so now to bronze my face, I'm going to use my Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is the bronzer of the bronzers. I remember when I was getting into makeup, bronzer was not one of the steps for my makeup routine, but I kind of want to get into it, and I bought a few drugstore bronzers, but even though the products were good, the shade range was not great, so it was kind of hard for me to find a really nice neutral bronzer that would work with my skin tone but pigmented enough that would let me very bronzed, if that makes sense. So I started looking on the internet, a lot of YouTube videos, and I can't remember who mentioned it or who I was watching that they recommend the Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I was like, you know what, let me just give it a try. I like that it's a matte bronzer that I can bronze my face but at the same time contour a little bit, like bronzer. Is that a thing? And when I first applied this, I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I was looking for my whole life. Something that was completely neutral, that it wasn't too warm but it wasn't too cool toned, something matte, something that was really easy to blend. I immediately fell in love with this bronzer and it lasts me for a long time. I mean, do you guys want to see? I use this a lot. I actually have a replacement in my drawer, but I'm not going to use it until this is completely done. But yeah, you guys, I'm getting so excited because I love these products so much. This is gonna be definitely a good makeup day. Oh, I love it. Okay, so the next product I like to use is blush. I just love the blush. I mean, I feel like it completes your face. It gives you that nice flush look. It makes you feel more complete. Ugh. Anyways, I have a tons of blushes. I don't know if you've seen my makeup collection yet, but I do have a bunch of blushes, and my favorite from all my collection is the Too Faced Love Flush blushes. I have a couple of these, but the one that I use the most is the shade Baby Love. It's a more neutral blush. I love this color because I feel like it matches with everything. So if I'm just doing a really nice neutral, natural makeup look, which is what I go for almost every time, this is the blush I would use. You can see I am hitting pan on this because that's how much I use it. It's just my baby. So I smile first and I apply it on the apples of my cheeks, and then I go ahead and apply it a little bit on top of my bronzer. And this is something I do all the time. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. If I ever go to makeup school, I'll let you guys know. But I feel like it just gives me a more flush look if I apply blush on my nose, like on the tip of my nose and a little bit under my chin. You know when you're a little bit cold, and not freezing, but I mean cold, where like your cheeks get a little rosy and the tip of your nose get a little rosy, and I love that. So I try to replicate that with blush, and that's why I like to put it on the tip of my nose and here. Also, you know when you get like a really nice sunburn? I love getting sunburned. That's probably not healthy, but I'm an island girl, you guys. Please. I just love that kind of look when you're a little red and everything. So if you have been into makeup school or know a little bit more about makeup, let me know if this is all right, because doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. It just means I want to know if it's right or not. So now the other Holy Grail product I have is this highlighter palette. I'm gonna be very honest, I do have a bunch of highlighters and sometimes I feel like I don't have a Holy Grail highlighter, but I go back and forth with all of my highlighters and I've noticed that this is the one that I use the most, just because I like how it's not too glittery. I like that it looks very natural on me. It is not blinding, but it gives me a really nice glow onto my skin. So I actually go in between these two highlighters. This one is Summer and this one's Moonstone, but you can tell I use it a lot. So I go ahead and apply Moonstone. I'm going to go with Moonstone because panning speaks for itself. And I'm going to use my tapered highlighter brush. This one is the F35. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to town. Yes, I like it. I mean, so beautiful. Calm yourself. I just love it, you guys. But yeah, it just kills that mattifying effect on my face. It gives me a nice glow, a nice sheen to my face. Like, it just looks more natural. Now, for my eyes, I'm gonna be very honest, I don't have a Holy Grail eyeshadow palette. I love most of my eyeshadow palettes, the ones that I own, and it's kind of hard to pick one of all of them, but I can see you twisting my arm if I don't give you an eyeshadow palette name. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if I absolutely had to pick an eyeshadow palette, I would go between the Chocolate Bar palette or the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you've been following my channel since I started, you know all I talked about was the Chocolate Bar palette. I just love these neutral shadows. They're amazingly beautiful. They blend very well. I mean, you know, I stopped using it because I didn't want to finish this shadow right here. This one's called Marzipan, and it's such a beautiful lit color. I just completely love it. But yes, this was my Holy Grail back in the day, and then Modern Renaissance was like my most used palette in the last year. I mean, you can tell, right? So for old time's sakes, I'm going to use the Chocolate Bar palette today. It's crazy how this one still is one of my top favorite eyeshadow palettes, given I had so many eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to take my Sigma E40 and I'm going to apply that on my crease, and yep, I'm already in love. I'm taking the shade Celtic Caramel, by the way, just to give it a nice definition onto my crease. This is such a beautiful palette, you guys. And I love, after all this time, it still smells like chocolate. I'm going to take Milk Chocolate, this shade right here, on my Sigma 825, and I'm going to apply that like on my outer V here, just to give it a more brown tone, like neutral tone. The blending of these shadows is amazing. Jerry Blendino, you did an amazing job with this palette. Now I'm going to take Salted Caramel, the first shade that we used right here, and apply that all over my lower lash line. And now I'm going to take the Milk Chocolate shade and apply it on the outer side of my lower lash line. I'm going to take Marzipan. I'm going to use my Sigma E55 and apply it on my lid. But this color is just a really nice sheer, like, shimmer shadow. It has some tones of rose, but at the same time peachy, and it's just beautiful. It looks so natural and so flattering and so romantic. Ugh. And then to highlight my face, I always like to use the Champagne Truffle shade, this one right here. This one looks more white. You could probably use this on your lid as well. I just like to highlight with it. Now, I don't line my eyes a lot, but when I think of a good eyeliner, I think of the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner. If you want something quick and easy and that it will stay all day, I would go ahead and use this liner. I love the applicator. I feel like it makes it really easy, and the pigmentation is there, you guys. I mean, it is black as black could be. John's about to come home and he's gonna be like, where are you going? I'm kidding. He knows what's up. It's actually sad that I'm just going ahead and walk over the bridge and do some exercise after this. Okay, so moving on with mascara, I love the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I've had this for a while now without opening it, and I'm going to open it now because it's just my holy grail. The applicator is really fat. I just like how big they make my lashes look. It lasts all day. Do you see how big my eyes look after wearing mascara? What I also love about this mascara is that it doesn't leave my eyelashes crispy. Even though I have a lot of mascara, my eyelashes look soft. Okay, you guys, so I do have two Holy Grail lip products. And yes, there are two because there's so many finishes, there's so many formulas, there's so many kind of lipsticks that I really need to mention these two. I need to mention the most used lipstick of mine. This one's in the shade Liar, but it's like a sheer lipstick from Urban Decay. I love this. This is what I use like all the time. Yep, this will show you. If I want to wear something without thinking about it, I will just go ahead and use the Urban Decay lipstick because of all the mauve lipsticks that I've used. This is like a mauvey color. I'll show you. Even though I'm running out, I'm going to sacrifice myself for you guys. I really need to buy a new one. But this is how it looks like. It's a really nice rosy but mauvey color. I like it because even though it looks really pigmented there, it's kind of close to my lip color and it's a sheer color. So it matches with everything. It's very smooth. It's very creamy. It matches with most of my looks for work, like my natural looks. And it lasts me for a while. So I really like that shade. I've bought at least 3 bottles of these. So yes, this is one of my Holy Grail lipsticks. Now in terms of liquid lipsticks, which I enjoy too, my Holy Grail brand is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick. This one's in the shade Driver's Seat. This is a sample I got from Sephora and I actually love this color. I like the formula. I like how comfortable the liquid lipstick is on your lips. I like how it lasts, how it doesn't make like the wrinkles of your lips more noticeable. I like the applicator because it has like a really nice point to it, so it helps you with lining your lips. Oh my gosh, I like everything about them. Now because I'm going to work out after this, I'm gonna go ahead and use my most used lipstick, which is the Urban Decay. So yes, this is my Holy Grail lipstick, you guys. And I think to finish up my makeup, my Holy Grail setting spray is the Slay All Day setting spray. And I do quote unquote because I don't use setting sprays on a regular basis, but when I feel like I need something that will help me with looking less matte and more glowy, or like probably I went too heavy on my foundation and I just want something like a really nice refresher, or maybe I know I'm going to wear my makeup for 18 hours plus or sweat a lot, I like to use the Slay All Day setting spray. It's a little minty. I mean, I've had a bunch of bottles. This is not my first bottle, you guys. I feel like this is like might be my second or my third bottle, and I also have an extra bottle on one of my drawers. So if I'm looking for a setting spray, I will use this one. The reason why I go with this type of setting spray instead of the most hyped setting spray, the Urban Decay All Nighter, is because the All Nighter breaks me out, and it's insane how it breaks me out. I've tested it here and there and I completely know that is the All Nighter, so that's why I always go with this Slay All Day. This one is just great, you know. To be honest, I try to apply it before I do my mascara because I tend to blink a little hard. So if my mascara is a little wet and I blink too hard, it will transfer, and I don't want it to transfer. But we are safe today. I did not blink. So those were all my Holy Grail products, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this look. Let me know in the comments if one of these is your Holy product too, or if you're interested on getting one of these. I just love everything I used. I really had fun creating this makeup look. It made me so happy inside. You have no idea. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. John came home and it is time for me to go and work out. But like this video if you enjoyed everything I showed you today. Don't forget to subscribe. I post every Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern time, and lately I've been doing Monday nights live streams to hang out with you guys. So don't forget to hit the bell notification, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I will see you on my next one. Bye! Just sexy feminine. Just sexy feminine. Oh my gosh. I don't want to go and work out. I look so pretty. Ah!